Hey everybody, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, and today in the garage what we're working on is this Craftsman 26-inch, 6.5 horsepower snowblower. And if you look closely here, the frame or the auger housing is actually bent in on both corners. Now I don't know what happened, but it looks like the owner of this really hit a curb hard, or maybe a big crack in the driveway or something along those lines. So what we're going to do today is try to bend these back, get them as straight as we possibly can. I know they're not going to go back 100%, but we're going to try to get them to about 80-90%. That's our goal for today, guys. All right, so stay tuned. So as we zoom in, ladies and gentlemen, you can see this is pretty well rusted here. And I'm going to try to paint this later on and fix it up. But again, our goal is to bring this back to a straight line as close as we can. And then hopefully take these casters off. You know, that might help me get it a little straighter. We'll see. We might have to take a couple of steps here, and I'll show you the other side. This one's worse. This one's actually bent in two directions. Pretty much the same thing though. We have to bend it back, straighten it out. That's pretty bad. So it must have been a big curb. Must have been going in 6th gear or something too. Now, while I'm about to get going on bending these back, I'm going to try to get these bolts loosened up in the process, because this is going to be a while, I'm guessing, trying to get these off. So I'm going to use my good old friend PB Blaster here. This stuff works pretty well. I think it works a little bit stronger than WD-40. There's tests out there. You can check out those videos, but I find this to work pretty well. There's a liquid wrench. That's another good one. I think they all kind of do their part, but I'm just going to kind of shoot these up and get it all in there. That way it kind of soaks in, loosens things up. That should do. Do that side. And hopefully that'll help out the process of getting these off. So now, here's how I'm gonna try to tackle this thing. Look at the size of this old adjustable clamp. This is solid metal, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is massive. So what I'm gonna try to do is clamp this on and then bend it back. And why I like this is because it's got a nice long lever arm here. That's going to give me the extra leverage to pull that back. Hopefully it goes back easily. I may have to press this metal between two boards to get it straightened out. We'll see, but this will be my first attempt here. And I've looked for other videos on this, and I have not seen much. So if there are any videos out there, ladies and gentlemen, please send me a link or something, because this has not been an easy thing to find. I've seen augers being bent and people fixing those, but not really anything on this. So this is gonna take some moving around. I feel like an auto body specialist. Looking better already. Looking a lot better. Now I don't want to pull this too far because I don't want to mess up the auger housing and the bearings on the sides. I don't want to mess with that. So I'm just going to get this straight. I don't want to pull it too far to the other side and have more complications that way. That is not terrible. It's not too bad. Almost looks like I bent it out a little bit, but it's definitely straighter than what it was. Getting this to be in a straight line is going to be tricky. That looks a lot better than what it did. So that's about, I would say, a 90% improvement. Fine tuning some of these little curves is tough, but I'm gonna probably sand these down, paint them down just a little bit, just real quick. I'll use some Rust-Oleum paint and we'll go from there. So now, in order to get these a little straighter, I gotta get these casters off. So it actually looks like they were somehow painted over. This may have been touched up with spray paint at some point, but I'm just gonna get these off. The one came off the other side, the other bolt did not, so I'm gonna have to either cut it off or something, because we gotta get that caster off so we can flip it, which is nice about these are flippable, so, or adjustable. So we'll do that. We'll get these all taken care of. I'm gonna actually install some new bolts because these are just rusted up junk at this point. Let's see if this one comes free. Maybe, yeah. Bingo, look at that. Here she comes. She's on there pretty good. I'm gonna have to hammer that out. It barely even wiggles. And just like that, the peacemaker. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clamp it on the inside, twist with the other. So hopefully this works. These augers are in the way, so that's not helping. But we're gonna give this a shot. Please work. Nope. Plan B. 3 out of the 4 bolts came off. So 2 here, 2 on this side. And my plan now is I'm gonna try to shove this in here and we're gonna cut that bolt off. I think that's our best case scenario for this point. I could still use this other side. I don't wanna spend the money on new casters because that's probably about 20 bucks, maybe 25. So we're just gonna start cutting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we may or may not have had to call in the big guns for this one. So this old hacksaw did quite the job. So it was just tough getting in there. And I would have been there for probably another half hour with a metal cutting saw. And this actually has a pretty sharp blade on it, but these bolts were not forgiving at all. Okay, so it's a little tough to tell, but if we get in here, there are still some waves on the very bottom edge that we're gonna try to get at. So I'm just gonna try real quick to straighten these out. And what I'm gonna use is just a smaller C-clamp, but it's got a big bite to it right here. So we're gonna clamp this down, just straighten out some of these bends. This kind of worked. It's not terrible, but it's definitely, it's out just a little bit here, but the more I bend it in, the more it takes it from down here, and I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to sand this part down, or just kind of take a wire brush to it and then paint it real quick. I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over it. You know, some people will probably gripe and say, oh, you got to prime it like crazy. Well, I'll use a paint primer in one. How about that? So that'll be what I do to that one. So now for this one, pretty much along the same lines, lots of little bends, kind of like an S curve down here at the bottom. Just gonna loosen it up. That straightened out real quick. That one straightened out even nicer than the other one. How about that? One thing I'm noticing is this is kind of, I don't know if it should be closer in. I'm going to measure this. So at the top, we're at 26 inches, but down here we are almost at 27. So we got to come in about 3/4 of an inch. So that means we got to bend it in somewhere in the middle and see if that'll help us. It's just a little wide in the middle. So what we'll do is we'll put a giant clamp on it. The reason I'm doing this is because this can affect the bearings here and here, or the bushings I should say. So we're going to pull this out of the way, pop it on like that. Let me take my tape measure again. I'm probably gonna have to compress it less than 26 inches. That's 26 inches right there. But if I take that off, it's gonna pop. So, I've seen people run beams across like that. That's okay, but let's see if we can tighten it up a little bit, and maybe it'll just kind of swish it in. So I'm gonna take it in to about 25.5. It's probably more than that. Let's see. That's 25.5. I'm gonna go just a pinch more. All right, and that puts us at 25 3/8 roughly. Now if I take this off, hopefully it doesn't all spring back to where it was. Compresses in a little bit. I don't know. It's less. We just gotta keep doing that. If we bring it from the bottom. That part's at 26. Five and a half. Pop her off. There we go. Let's see if that helped us any. That's about 26.5. Still a little too wide. I'm just going to try one more time. I'm going to go at about here just a pinch lower than where we were. 25 3/8. Crank it down once or twice more. I think that'll do right there. Free it up. Let's see. Might have it back. Little shy of 26.5. Better. It's not great, but it's better. So I think that's about as far as it's going to go without having some kind of pin pull it together. So I think we'll leave it as is. I'll just grease up those bearings really good. Well, ladies and gents, there you have it. Took the metal, bended it back, gave it a quick shot of some red paint. It's not a direct match with the red paint. It's close, I guess you could say, but it's straightened out. It's a little brighter, but I couldn't find that same Craftsman candy apple red, I guess that's what you call it. Couldn't find it. So I had 3 different choices of red. This was actually the darkest red I had, but this was meant to be a quick fix. This is not meant to be perfect. The person that is getting this snowblower has actually told me that they will be keeping this snowblower outside. So this is meant as a more of a temporary fix. And it's meant to just be something that's going to make it prolong its life just a little bit longer. So I got rid of the rust, sanded it all down, straightened it out as best I could, gave it a quick shot of paint. That'll make it hold up a little bit longer. I'm also going to put some fluid film on here as well. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for this one. Put the height adjusters on the bottom too for the casters. So there you go. That's that. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for the repairing of the vent frame or the auger housing. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always here at Garage Gear, if you guys got any questions or comments, please send them my way. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Thanks again for watching Garage Gear.